All right. Looks like everything's working fine. So, quick start. Thank you everyone for coming here, and really excited to see the start to this amazing event and the hackathon that's going to happen over the next 2 days. I'm going to be talking about blockchains for AI agents and how they are kind of providing the building blocks, or how does Saga provide the building blocks for your AI agents to be more, to do more stuff. So quickly about me, I'm Jonathan. I look after developer relations at Saga. I really focus on interoperability. That's something that's my own passion. Before this, I worked mainly with layer 1 and layer 2s. Polygon was where I come from. So I do understand layer 1 and layer 2 ecosystems. I do understand, having worked with a lot of projects, I understand what are the challenges that they face, and more importantly, how we can, or what is the kind of support, what is the kind of technology that the projects look to succeed on chain. And this is something that everyone keeps talking about. There are projects which want to come on chain, but then the UX sucks, gas fees are high. There are so many problems that are blocking not just new users to come and interact with blockchain, but also builders like yourself to actually build on chain. So that's exactly what we are trying to solve at Saga. So quickly to introduce Saga to you, we are a platform to launch L1s. Now you might be wondering, that's very weird, because can anyone just launch a L1? Usually the answer is no, because if you really think about it, if you want to launch an L1, you need to go to like one of the providers, say, hey, I want to launch an L1, think about validators, think about security, think about data availability. And so basically you need to put together a bunch of things together, and then you will have an L1 of your own. And this means two things. One, it's going to take a lot of time. And secondly, it's going to cost a lot of dollars. So that's one of the reasons why people usually migrate to an L2 or sometimes even an L3. But that's exactly the problem that comes out of this. So you go to an L2 or you go to an L3, and then there are hundreds of other applications on that same chain fighting for that same block space, and then suddenly you suddenly have network congestion, and because of network congestion, now suddenly the gas prices have gone up. So a layer 1 or a layer 2, which at one point claimed to be the lowest gas fees, now suddenly you see spikes in gas fees, and we wonder why. So that's exactly what we are trying to solve at Saga. So Saga provides you with your custom L1. Now this is EVM compatible chain, which means you will have your dedicated EVM chain on which you can deploy any smart contract that's written in Solidity. So if you have ever created a smart contract and deployed it on, say, Polygon, Base, or any of the other chains in the EVM ecosystem, you can just get that smart contract and deploy it on this chain. And because this is your own dedicated L1 and L1 in its true sense, you also get your own native token. So think about it. If I am Jonathan and I launch the Jonathan chain tomorrow, I can have my Jonathan token, which can either be used as a token of value or even as a gas token if required. So that's very briefly what Saga does. But more importantly, coming into why Saga is really important, and this is just based on talking to projects both during my time previously working with other L2s and trying to understand what are the challenges that they were facing. So one of the biggest challenges that projects face is scalability. So everyone keeps talking about how we can build blockchains that are scalable, and everyone's out there trying, and everyone is doing a good job. But I still feel for a project, if you want to be truly scalable, and this includes projects like gaming projects which need high throughput, then you need a dedicated infrastructure, which is what Saga provides you. So now think about it from an AI agent perspective. We as humans do a few transactions in a day, but an AI agent is always online. It's always interacting with the chain. It's always doing something or the other. Now imagine this multiplied by a few hundred agents, which we already have out there, and I'm pretty sure today we'll have a few hundred more agents. So all of this leads to a lot of agents out there in the ecosystem, which means a lot of transactions happening. And this all boils down to one simple thing: network congestion. And that's exactly what having dedicated infrastructure kind of solves for you. So you don't have to worry about network congestion or like multiple other applications competing for that same block space. You will have your own block space, or your agent will have its dedicated block space, which means irrespective of how many millions of transactions it is doing, or whatever it wants to do at any time of the day, your transaction will go through. The second part, and this is my personal favorite, is the unique licensing model that we employ at Saga. So at Saga, we are following the entire SaaS model. So you kind of, you don't have, it's more of an app store model, but there is no licensing fee or anything of that sort, which means you as a publisher, so if you're a builder and you are publishing something on your chain, you don't have to pay fees to us or to anyone. You own that, you own the chain, you own the project, and the only person earning revenue out of that is going to be you. We are not going to come and say, hey, give us 20% of all the revenue you made. Nope, there's nothing of that sort going to happen. But more importantly, so no licensing fees is like a advantage for the builders like you. But think about it from the user perspective. Users who are coming and interacting with your application, we are making it even more simpler for them, or even more exciting for them, by removing the whole concept of gas fees. Now, this might be a little controversial. Like, are we truly removing gas fees? Are we truly removing gas? No, gas is still going to be there. But we use what is called a recycled gas token, which means there is going to be gas, but the gas token is going to just come in the background, get paid, and make the transaction go through, and that's it. So in technicality, the user is paying zero gas. You as a builder of the project is also paying zero gas. So this definitely improves the overall user experience, because now suddenly the user doesn't have to worry about getting another token or having to have something else. The transaction is just going to go through. If they're making some purchase, or if they are trying to do mint something, they can just use any token out there, including USDC, USDT, or basically any token in the EVM ecosystem. And this brings me to my next point, which is automated bridging. Like, since I said right at the beginning, interoperability is something that I'm truly passionate about. I strongly feel that everyone who's building on blockchain, and especially the projects that are building the L1s and L2s, should not be operating in silos, because our ecosystems are catering to the same audience. So which means providing that kind of interoperability is very essential, and it's what makes or breaks a project for the builders. So which is why, if you're deploying on Saga, you can access liquidity from anywhere within the EVM ecosystem. So if you have users who have tokens, say, on Base, you have a few more users who are coming from Polygon, you have a few more users who have Ethereum tokens, and I'm talking about any token. This could be USDC, this could be USDT, it could be the native ETH token, Polygon token, any token out there. They can use that and bring it to your chainlet and interact with your application using those tokens, which means they don't have to again come and figure out, oh, how am I going to buy the token? And this is something that is very crucial and very essential for people who are new to Web3, because we are seeing a lot of these newbie developers and newbie users, in fact, who are coming and suddenly saying, oh, Web3 or crypto looks like a fun place to make some money. So how do we get started? And that's exactly the problem that we are solving with automated bridging. So so that's enough talk. Let me actually show you what having your own L1 looks like. So I'm going to get started with a quick demo. So if you go to app.saga.xyz, this is exactly what you will see. And I'm going to quickly create, hold on. I'm going to quickly create a chain for us here today. All right, so this is, and we have made it even more simpler for you as builders to get your own chain. Like we do have an SDK that you can use. There is a CLI wherein you can go and create a chainlet. But to make it even more simpler, we have a UI front end wherein you can just go type in things and just click next, and you'll have your chainlet. So let's see how quickly we can actually get the chain up and running. So I am already logged into my account. For this hackathon and for everyone present here, we are going to be giving a free chain so that you can experience what it feels like having your own chain. And yeah, feel free to reach out to me and get your own chain. So I'm going to request a few tokens to create my chain. I already have a bunch, but just showing you what the process looks like. All right, yeah. So as you can see now, my wallet is loaded and it's ready to create a chain. So I'm going to create a chain with, someone give me some suggestions. Or we can go with CryptoPlanet. All right, it's going to be called CryptoPlanet. And as I was saying, along with the chainlet, because this is an L1, you also get your own native token. I'm going to call the native token as KPT. And let's assume we want the chain to run for 30 days. So I'm going to fund it for 30 days. I need a EVM address because this is going to be an EVM compatible chain. Let me pull up my EVM address and paste it here. So, and also put in, let's start with 100,000. And I hit launch chainlet. Yes. And I confirm the transaction. And it's automatically going to get, start creating the chainlet. So I'm going to come to this in a bit, but, oh, sorry, wrong presentation. Yeah, before that, let's talk about the whole concept of the EVM address that we use. So effectively what the EVM address is going to do is the tokens that we have created, the KPT tokens, will be now in my EVM wallet, which means I can immediately go and utilize this 100,000 tokens that I've just created for the CryptoPlanet chainlet. All right, and let's... So let me quickly walk you through what. So this is what the chain dashboard looks like. So if you notice, you'll see a couple of things. Like first of all, the chain ID is right here. It was launched today. So there are a couple of things additional that I'm going to talk about shortly, but right now let's talk about the RPC endpoint. So this is going to be, as a builder, if you want to connect to the chain, or how do you deploy your smart contract, the RPC endpoint is what you're going to use. It's as simple as that. You use the RPC endpoint, and it's automatically going to deploy your smart contract on the chain. You also get a WebSocket extension, and you obviously get your block explorer because this is an L1. I'm going to jump into the block explorer in a minute, but let me also show you this is the owner, and this is my own wallet, and these are the maintainers, which means I can be the owner of the chain, but then I can have a bunch of my team members who are not technically the owners of the chain, but can also do things like deploy smart contracts or manage the chain on my behalf. So those are things that can be done by the maintainer. And this is the Genesis account. So this is where my 100,000 KPT tokens are. So going back to this place where we launched the chainlet, there are a few other things that we can do. So we just launched the chainlet with the default settings. But if you wanted to make it a little more customized, and this is exactly what we give you the power to customize your chain. So along with just the chain, you also can customize the small details. So let's quickly look at what are some of the things you can customize. So for starters, you can, if you hit on the advanced option and say yes, you have something as the gas return account. So I was talking about the recycled gas tokens, which currently are, so we have 100,000 tokens at this point. Now, every time I do a transaction, or every time the user comes on my chain and does a transaction, there is a certain amount of gas that's going to be utilized for that. And this, and there is a caveat to this, which I'm coming to in a second. But at the end of the transaction, that gas token is then going to come to a wallet. Now, this can either be the initial wallet that we signed up with, that was the EVM Genesis account wallet, or you can specify a different wallet which just collects all the used gas tokens. So so bottom line is, irrespective of what you do, the sum total of all the gas tokens is always going to be remaining constant. So for example, we have created 100,000 tokens. Even if I do 10 transactions, each costing one gas token, which it won't, after the transaction goes through, they will all come back to either the EVM Genesis wallet or the gas return account that can be specified here. So irrespective, your total amount of tokens is going to remain constant. Now, the second part is allowing authorized deployment. So you can either say only certain people can use it, can deploy on this chain, or anyone and everyone can deploy. That's something that's totally up to you. You can configure that, and you can provide access to users. And coming to the last one, but the most interesting one, is what we call the fixed base gas price. Now, we mentioned that there is gas involved, but it generally depends on how many transactions, the usual how every other chain calculates it. But there is also an option where you can say that irrespective of how many transactions are going or happening at a particular moment, I want a fixed gas price. So if I set this to something as low as, so it's currently at 0.000315, which means even if there is one transaction, or even if there are 100 transactions happening, the gas price will not fluctuate. It will remain constant at this fixed number. So these are some of the additional customizations that you can use, and you can further customize your chain according to your needs. Now, coming to the Block Explorer, let's also quickly look at the Block Explorer. Oops. Okay, so it looks like there is, hold on, let me show you a block explorer of another chain that I created. So if you look at the dashboard, these are all the active chainlets that are currently on Saga. These are most of these are projects that are building something or other. And if you notice, CryptoPlanet is here. It's still in progress right now. And I'm going to quickly show you another chain. All right, so this is what the block explorer. Oh, wow. Okay, I don't know why, but there seems to be some issue with block explorer right now. But okay, that's. But yeah, effectively, what will happen is once you have your chain up and running, your block explorer will work. Your RPC, you'll get your RPC endpoint, and you will get a WebSocket endpoint. You can use whichever you like or whichever is your style of operation, and you can go ahead and deploy whatever smart contract you want, so long as it's EVM compatible. You should be able to work with it. And speaking of EVM compatibility, another question that I get asked a lot is, which wallet can I use? You can use any wallet out there, so long as it's EVM compatible. But most of our projects either stick to the default MetaMask, or there are some which use Trust, Rabi, and Rainbow Wallet. So basically, any wallet that supports EVM will work flexibly with your chain. So that shouldn't be a problem at all. All right, so it looks like, so if you look now, this is the chain that we launched right now. You can see the RPC endpoint is green. It's available, which means you can now go ahead and deploy a smart contract. So let's quickly try to deploy one. I know I'm running out of time, but let's. So I already have a smart contract ready on Remix, which is basically just going to take in a value and store it and then show it again. But the idea is just to show how this works with your own chain. So hold on. So the first thing I'm going to do is go back to my block explorer. Oh. All right, so since my block explorer seems to be iffy today, what I'm going to do is, first of all, go and add my chain to MetaMask. All you need to do is add custom network, CryptoPlanet. Add URL, my chain ID is 2744. 34898663. So all of these things are usually automated, but in the block explorer, but because it's currently not working, I have to do this manually. But otherwise, you can just hit next and go with it. The token was KPT. Block explorer URL was Saga explorer.io. I hope I didn't mess up the URL. And Oh, hold on. Let's see if that works. No. Seven, 4, 4, 3, 4, 8, 9, 8, 6, 6. Oh, wait. I think I messed up. Oh, yeah. Now it should be good. I knew I had messed up the numbers. All right, so you can see CryptoPlanet should be... Oh, wow. There we go. So now I'm on the CryptoPlanet network, and as you can see, I have my 100,000 KPT tokens here. And now let's quickly try and deploy a smart contract before my time runs out. So I'm going to use an injected provider, MetaMask, and yep, you can see it's already reflecting my 100,000 tokens. I am going to quickly compile this. Let's compile, and I'm going to deploy. All right, let's, if you notice, it's currently showing me some gas over here, which is what I exactly said. There is going to be some gas involved, but it's just not, it's going to, all of this is going to come back to your initial wallet. So let's hit confirm. And let's wait for the message. There we go. It's deployed. So I'm going to hit, let's quickly do a transaction. Number for today is, I can see I have 3 minutes left, so I'm going to use 3. And hit store. So again, you can see the gas. And there you go. The contract, the contract has gone through. The number has been stored. Let's confirm if it really has worked. And I'm going to hit retrieve. If it has, there you go. It's 3. So yeah, this is now an application completely running on your own chain. I haven't used any kind of tokens from out there, and this is mainnet, by the way. So you can literally do production-ready applications. I don't think. Let me check again if my block explorer is up. But if it is, oh no. If it was up, you could see all of these transactions within the block explorer, and yeah, so coming back. Yeah, so that's quickly an overview of how you can get started on getting your own chain and deploying smart contracts on your chain. And like you see, it's quite easy, except for the part wherein my block explorer didn't work today. Demo gods weren't clearly on my side, but that's a different story. But we are really excited to see what you guys are going to be building, and really excited to see new and creative projects coming out of this hackathon. And just to make it easier for you, 2 things. One is obviously every participant building and hacking in this hackathon is going to get a free chain from Saga, and basically you're going to get your own L1. And we have also put together a builder guide for you, which will help you not just getting started on deploying your chainlet. So everything that I just showcased, there's also a guide in there wherein you can follow step by step and launch your own chain just like I did. But you also have things like how do you, what are some of the things that you can do during the hackathon. So the ideas that will, or tutorials and guides that will help you start thinking on what to build. So there are things around AI agents. So we all Saga chains are compatible with, we are already partnered with both ELIZA OS and Virtual. So both of these frameworks work seamlessly on a Saga chain. So you can, if you're building anything in ELIZA OS or the game framework from Virtuals, you can just use a Saga chain for all on-chain transactions for your agent. And yeah, we have prizes worth 8,000 up for grabs. So I strongly recommend everyone to build and showcase the best things that we can do with AI agents. With that, thank you so much for staying tuned and listening to me, and excited to see what comes out of this hackathon. Any questions? Happy to answer that, or I'll be at the booth in the main hall. Thank you so much.